I just did an original art video a couple of weeks ago, but I thought I'd go ahead and do another one. And this week I want to feature five of the earliest original art pieces that I have in my collection. So let's have a look at them. Hey everyone, once again, it's Kevin. Welcome to Doc's Comics. You can tell by the bags under my eyes, it's been a brutal couple of weeks. I've just been working my tail off doing all sorts of stuff. It's been hard to keep up with things, and so I've been putting together a few short and pretty easy to make videos to try to keep things going and make sure that I post something every single day. Hopefully they'll get a little more advanced as my schedule lightens up a little bit. But as I said, I'm going to give you some more pieces of my original art. This time I'm going to do five pieces that I got very early in my original art collecting era. I told you on the first video I'm not a gigantic original art collector, but I do have quite a few commissions. Not as many recent ones just because the prices have gone up so much that it's kind of pricing me out of the market a little bit, particularly if you want to get with high hardcore original pages. You see some of these on a lot of the auction sites and they just go for astronomical amounts of money. But these I got cheap. Some of them I even got free, as a matter of fact, and free is always great, as you know. So let's get right into this list, and I'll start off with the first one. This is a piece that I got from Jeff Smith, who's the creator of Bone. Um, I got this in 1994, shortly after Bone was launching off the ground. I was working at a store while I was in graduate school in Waco, Texas, and Jeff Smith did a signing at our store, and I managed to get this freebie from him while he was doing his signing. I got a lot of early issues of Bone signed from him as well. It's a great piece. Jeff Smith is a very nice fella, still is to this day. He's had some health problems in recent years, but he's still going strong, and we wish him only the best as he continues in his endeavors. A nice Jeff Smith Bone and Rat Creature piece. He's reading Moby Dick and putting the rat creatures to sleep. Another very early piece, and this one I'm really proud of. I'm happy to have it. This is a Gene Colan original of Stilt Man. My first kind of sketchbook theme that I was doing as I first started doing these things was second tier villains, D-list villains. Stilt Man is one of my favorites. I got this, I think, in 1994. Gene Colan and his wife were making an appearance at the Dallas Fantasy Fair, which is one of my favorite shows of the time. I wish it was still around, but he and his wife were there, and it was one of those shows where there were quite a few older creators from the Silver Age and the Bronze Age, and they weren't getting a whole lot of attention. And so I managed to sit down and talk to Gene Colan and his wife for a long time while he was doing this sketch for me, and he was excited that I knew so much about him. At the time I was in my early 20s, in the early 1990s, and he did this just fantastic Gene Colan Stilt Man piece for me. I have another Gene Colan and Iron Man that I got quite a few years later, but this one is fantastic. Stiltman from Daredevil. I think this is my oldest one. As a matter of fact, I got this one when I was going to college as an undergraduate at Nashville, Tennessee, and he was making a store appearance. I didn't even have a car at the time, so I had to get someone to drive me to the signing. This is a Sal Buscema Thor freebie sketch. I think I got this in 1991 or 1992. We couldn't date it, so I'm not real sure. You can tell I've had it for quite a while. It's got a few dings and bends on it and stuff, but I still love it. It's one of the first ones that I had. Nice Sal Buscema Thor. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this one because it's a pencil sketch and it's over 30 years old, but this is a pencil sketch from Bill Willingham. It's a black canary. Maybe I'll do a clip of it so you can see it while I'm talking here. But I got this also at a Dallas Fantasy Fair in 1993 or 1994. The 2 years that I lived in Texas, Bill Willingham and I actually ran around in some of the same circles, and so I hung around socially with Bill Willingham quite a bit during those couple of years, and he did this sketch for me really inexpensively. As a result, he actually gave a wedding present to my wife and I way back when we got married. But this is a fantastic piece. I wish he did more art. I wish he would have continued to do interior pages and other kinds of things. Yeah, I know he slowly moved into writing when he was doing fables and other stuff later than that, but I'm really happy to have this piece as well. It's a fantastic Black Canary. The last one that I'll show you today, this is my earliest Stan Sakai. I told you in my previous original art video that I have quite a few Stan Sakais. There was a period there when I was going to San Diego Comic-Con every year, and Stan Sakai always has a booth set up there, and I got several pieces in a row. I think I went 8 years in a row, and I got eight original sketches. I actually got this one secondhand, though. I'll go ahead and show it to you. This is the only Stan Sakai that I have that is color. It was confirmed that he, in fact, did do the coloring on this. This is a very early Usagi Yojimbo from 1991, along with Spot the Tokage. Uh, Again, I love Stan Sakai. I love Usagi Yojimbo. It's probably my favorite series of all time. And having an original of Usagi, you can't go wrong with that. I mentioned that my Usagi collection is all supporting characters, and I'll probably do a separate original art video just on my pieces from Stan Sakai sometime in the future. But this is the oldest one that I have, and this is the only one that I have that exclusively has Usagi on it. So that was a real quick one. I apologize for the briefness. Like I said, I've just been slammed at home and at work over the last couple of weeks, so I wanted to get something done pretty quick. Again, I don't have the fanciest original art collection, but most of the stuff that I do have are one of a kind original commissions. So I'm really thrilled to have that sort of stuff. I got plenty more stuff, and I'll do other original art videos as time goes on. I hope you enjoyed this. We will see you at the next video. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of your friends, take care of your family. We're going to get through all of this.